Hello everybody. In this video we are gonna be learning about Linux. So if you're a beginner or you haven't used Linux before, this video is perfect for you. So let's start. This is our Kali Linux we're running on a virtual machine. So if you don't know how to install it, you can watch my previous video. But here we are mostly gonna be focusing on CLI. In Linux you can interact with the operating system with two ways. In like modern Linux, so we have GUI here in which we can do stuff manually just like in our Windows, but here we are mostly going to be focused on CLI. So let me start my terminal emulator. So this is called terminal. It will allow us to interact with the operating system through CLI. Okay, and here we can type our commands, and this video we are going to be learning some commands, mostly use commands. So let's start. Our first command is who am I, a simple command, and let me just enter it. And yeah, this is your first Linux command here. This command tell me our user, what user we are currently. So yeah, this is the command here. Now the second command, which is important, is pwd, print working directory. And if I enter, it will tell me which directory I'm currently using. So for example, I wanna go to desktop folder here, so I can type here ls, which stands for list directory. So if I do this ls, and we can know we have a lot of folders here. So if I wanna go, for example, to desktop, I can use another command cd and type cd desktop here, and now we are in desktop. So if I type pwd, it will tell me we are in desktop folder here. Okay, and you can also see we have desktop here as well, you guys can see. So it's also telling us here in which folder we are in. Okay, now if you want to clear the terminal, you can type a simple command here, clear, and it will just clear. Here if you want to create a folder on desktop here, so I can do mkdir, and mkdir stand for make directory, and I'll name it folder. So mkdir folder, and it created a folder here. You can also interact with a folder through GLI, but in CLI, if we're gonna go inside this folder, we can do cd folder, and now you guys can see I am inside desktop, inside a folder. So let me just clear it again. Now if you want to create a txt file or any type of file, for example, I want to create a file name touch file.txt. So touch command is used to create file. I'm going to create file.txt here. So if I tap enter, in this folder it will create a new file.txt here. And now for example, if I want to go edit this file here, there are two ways I can go. I can either right click on it and use the editor such as mousepad here. So if I open it with mousepad, it's a normal editor and I can put in my stuff. So I'll just type in there 1111, and I can save it by ctrl+s here, so it will be saved. Okay, but for example, you wanna interact with the file.txt through command line, you can use a CLI text editor such as Nano or Vim. We are gonna be looking at Nano here. So if I do Nano file.txt, is going to open this file.txt in command line, and I can delete 111 from here, type in my random stuff, so 2222, and now I can exit it by pressing ctrl+x, and then it will tell me to save it or no. So if I press y, it will save it, and if I press no, it will not save it, and ctrl+c will cancel this process. So I'll just save it for now. I'll press y and then press enter, and now if I open file.txt here, it should be 222 instead of 111. So it's loading. Let me just open it in mousepad, bro. Here, let me open it in mousepad. Mousepad is more convenient. So here you guys can see we have 222 here. So we successfully edit the file here using CLI. And for example, you want to view contents of a file without opening it. So you can use this command cat file.txt here, and it will display as the content of this file here. And now, for example, you want to delete this file.txt, so you can do rm, which stands for remove file.txt, and yeah, it will be deleted. Now for example, we are in this folder here, right? I want to go back to desktop here, so I will do cd -- here, and I'll go back to desktop here, so you can see desktop. Let me just clear it again by the clear command. Now for example, I want to delete this folder here, so I can do rm -rf and folder. I actually don't need rf. I can just do rm -r folder, and it will be deleted here. So our folder is not deleted. This is the command you can use, or you can also use rmdir, I suppose. Let me just clear it again. Now for example, you want to download a file from internet, so I'll go for dog photo here. Let me just go there and copy a link and download this dog photo to my computer here. So I'll go there, right click on it, copy image link, widget, so widget is a command you can use to download files here. So if I press enter, it should be downloading. It's 403 forbidden, so I can look for any other file which allows me to download here. So I'll just copy image link, widget, and yeah, this one is downloaded. So you guys can see, if I double click on it, it should be open here. Okay, and the next command we have is sudo. For example, you want to do something that you are required sometime to do something which requires administrator permissions. So for example, I can show you guys manually. This is the here, this is the root directory of Linux. It's called root folder. So it's just slash. If you type slash here, it's just a root folder. And in order to create any file in this folder, we need administrator permission. Just like if you have to do something in Windows in System32, you need Windows administrator permission here. So what I can do here is I can just type cd, enter, and it will take me to the root folder. If you just type cd and type nothing there, it will just take you to this folder here. So for example, I want to create, I'll just do pwd. No, we are not in root folder here. If you just do cd, it will TP you to teleport you to your user folder. So for example, we are in this folder now, and we wanna go back here. So what I can do is I can do cd .. and I'll press enter, and I'll type ls. We are in our localhost folder, so I want to go back one more time. So I can do cd .. and I'll go back. So now you guys can see we are in our root folder. Okay, so let me just clear it again. And now for example, if I want to create a file here, so I can do touch file.txt here, and you guys can see it will not create because permission denied. So what I can do I can do sudo touch file.txt here, and then enter my password, and this will allow me to create a file in this folder. So this is why sudo is used. And if I want to, for example, remove this file, I can do rm file.txt, and it will not work. It will require administrator permissions here. So I'll just press enter, and now I'll go for sudo here, so it will just delete it, you know. Okay, here for example, let me just close this terminal here, and I'll go to my desktop and press here open terminal here. If I do my pwd, you guys can see I am in home folder, localhost, and desktop folder. Now for example, I want to go directly to my root folder. So what I can do is I can do cd .. // and /. So first, if this will take me to localhost, then this .. will take me to home, and this dot dot slash will take me to our root folder, so I can just type enter. And now if I do pwd, I am 3 directories back here. So yeah, this was the purpose of this command. And now for example, you want to get some file, some git file. For example, you want to download a file from GitHub, so I'll go to just github.com and get a random file from here. So I'm not sure, I can just type Python here, and let me just search for a random Python project here which I can download here. If I go to this here, it's a big project, but if you want to for example clone a git file, you can do git clone and enter the URL here, and it will successfully download file from such git files here. So this is a very big okay, so it will not allow me because we are in root folder, so I can do /home /localhost /desktop, so we can go back to desktop, and now I can do git clone here. It's a very big project here, you guys can see, so it will take a lot of time, so we are not gonna do that here right now. Okay, now for example I wanna rename this file here. This is a very big name. I wanna rename it to dog.txt.png. So let me just copy its name. So if I copy this name here and I do mv, so in order to rename it using terminal, I can do mv the name of this file. So I'm not sure why it's not copying here, and then the name you want to choose. So I'll just do dog.png, and this will change to dog.png here. So here now for example I want to move dog.png to /download folder here. So I can do no, for example I will just create a new folder here, so mkdir folder, and I want to move this dog.png to folder here. So what I can do is I can do mv dog.png and I'll do folder. So if I open my folder here, now it will be dog.png here. And now for example let me just open it again here, and now for example I wanna go to I wanna copy this dog.png from this folder to my desktop here. What I can do is I can go to my folder here, cp dog.png, and then my directory to desktop. So what I can do is I can do pwd here and ls, so we have dog.png inside this folder. What I can do is I can cp dog.png inside desktop. So let me just copy the location of desktop here. So this is the location of our desktop. So if I do enter, it will copy the dog.png. So dog.png exists in both this folder and in desktop. So yeah, this was the basic use of Linux. I can just delete them manually as well, how you like, but using command line is more interesting, I would say. And all way. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section, and I tried to cover all the important commands we use in our daily life. So yeah, that was it for today's video. I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.